You don't want to stick out like a sore thumb on your next Virgin Voyages cruise, do you? Or even worse, get kicked off the boat? Well, today I am going to be talking about the 8 things that you should never do on a Virgin Voyages cruise. Let's go. I've been traveling nonstop since I was 16, so I figured why not start a YouTube channel? Welcome to Jetlag John. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I have been on 5 Virgin Voyages cruise and I have cruise number 6 and number 7 already booked for later this year. So I have learned a few things about Virgin Voyages and what not to do when you're on their ships. I want to make sure that you have the most enjoyable experience aboard Virgin Voyages. So we're going to get into everything you shouldn't do on your Virgin Voyages cruise. All right, so the first thing that you should never do when you are on a Virgin Voyages cruise is to complain just to complain. A lot of times people get on these cruise ships, whether it's Virgin or any other cruise line, and they just feel like they can complain about everything, even the most minor inconvenience. They feel like they can just voice their concerns to whoever and expect it to be fixed. Don't do this. Most of the time, the crew is working a 6+ month contract and they haven't seen their families. They don't get a day off. They are worn out and they deal with this every single day for 6 months. It can be daunting on the crew. So please, if you have a legitimate complaint, by all means, I want you to have a voice and make sure that you are talking through that with somebody on Virgin Voyages. However, do not just complain to complain because you feel like you have a right to do so. And that's just not fair to the crew, other sailors that are also on your boat. It just makes for a very negative experience when you're on board. The next thing that's important to talk about is what you can and can't bring on board the ship. For example, you can bring on 2 bottles of wine or champagne. You cannot bring on liquor, bottles of liquor. Your wine and champagne have to be in your carry-on luggage. It can not be in your checked luggage that gets delivered to your room once you get on the boat. So knowing these types of things is going to be super helpful. A couple other items that I often hear people bringing on board that aren't allowed are hair dryers. Virgin Voyages does provide you with a hair dryer in your room. You are not allowed to bring your own hair dryer. If you do, it will be confiscated before your luggage gets to your room with a little note that says, hey, this item has been confiscated. You can pick it up at the end of your cruise. Another item that a lot of people bring on board that will get confiscated every time is some sort of extension cord or power strip. They're afraid that they're not going to have enough outlets in their room to allow them to charge all of their devices or all of their electronics. This is something that will get confiscated 110%. So don't even try to bring these things on board. A great resource for what you can and what you can't bring on board is the Virgin Voyages website. They have a fantastic FAQ section. I will link to it in the description below. I will also be providing some screenshots during this video as well. But please go check out their FAQ section because there's a ton of helpful information around this specific topic of what you can and what you cannot bring on board. All right, so the third thing that you should never do when you sail with Virgin Voyages is show up to your embarkation time early. If you are given a 3:30 embarkation time, please do not show up any before 3 o'clock. You are not going to get on the boat if you show up at noon or at 1 o'clock. Plan your day around your embarkation time. Now, if you do want to get on the boat early, there's a couple different ways that you can do that. Number one, The first people on the boat are always going to be your rock stars and mega rock stars. So if you are in a rock star or a mega rock star suite, you automatically get priority boarding. The next group to board after rock stars is what they call Deep Blue Extras, which is part of Virgin Voyages Sailing Club. This is their loyalty program, and if you have sailed with Virgin Voyages at least 5 times, you are in this Deep Blue Extras category. This will allow you to board second onto the ship. The third group to get on the ship is if you have pre-purchased the Splash of Romance package. So if early embarkation, if you want to get on the boat as soon as you can, you're not in a Rockstar suite, you're not part of the Deep Blue Extras, you can buy a Splash of Romance package prior to your sailing and get on the ship with an early embarkation time. However, if you don't do any of those things and you are given a specific embarkation time, you should not show up any before that embarkation time. Virgin Voyages is very, very strict in allowing that, and they will make you wait in line until your embarkation time. All right, the fourth thing that I wanted to talk about that you should never do on a Virgin Voyages cruise is forget to cancel a workout class. So Virgin Voyages includes all of your workout classes as part of your base cruise fare. When you get on board, open up the app and you can start to book all of these different classes. Virgin is actually going to charge you $10 for not canceling that class. Now you can cancel a class up to the time of the class. I've never had any issues with that. So if you're out on Scarlet Night and you're just not feeling the sunrise yoga the next morning, just make sure you cancel it well in advance so that you don't get charged that $10 extra. So don't forget to cancel your fitness classes when you're on Virgin Voyages. Otherwise, you're going to be stuck with an extra $10 on your bill. All right, the next thing that you should never do when you are on Virgin Voyages, or in this case, any cruise that you go on, is let one destination ruin your entire vacation. A lot of times I will see cruisers get off the ship at a port and absolutely go into complete and utter culture shock. There are some of these places, whether it's in the Mediterranean or whether it's in the Caribbean, wherever you're cruising, there are going to be ports where you're going to see things, taste things, hear things that are a lot different than what is normal for the culture in which you came from. So I always tell people, just remember, you are in their country. You are on their island, not yours. Please respect the culture and respect the people. And even if it's something that may not seem normal to you, doesn't mean that it's not normal for everybody. So please, when you go to these ports, please don't let one port ruin your entire vacation. All right. So number 6 on my list of things that you should never do when you are on board a Virgin Voyages cruise is come with a closed mind. Please leave your closed mind at home. If you are a fan of traditional cruising, Virgin Voyages may not be the cruise line for you. So please do your research, understand what you're getting yourself into when it comes to cruising with Virgin, and know that you're going to see things. You're going to hear things. You are going to taste things that are going to be different. They are going to be outside of the norm when it comes to cruising. So please come with an open mind. It's going to make your trip so much better, and leave your closed mind at home. All right, number 7 on my list of things that you should never do when you are on Virgin Voyages. And you should never expect to hear any sort of overhead announcements. One thing I love about Virgin Voyages is that you will never be upsold to. You will never hear overhead announcements saying, hey, guess what? Bingo is going on. Hey, we're doing ice carving or a belly flop contest on the Lido deck. You're never going to hear that in Virgin Voyages. But what this does mean for you as a cruiser is you have to be an adult. Because they don't have these overhead announcements, you're not going to know when you get into port, what time you should be back on board the ship, what time the ship leaves, what's the emergency contact information for the port when you get there if something were to happen. These are all things that Virgin Voyages will give to you, but they're not going to force on you. So in your app or even on the printed itineraries for the day around the ship, you will see all of the information that you need to know for that specific day. One of the other things that I love about Virgin Voyages is they have these big screens in every single one of the elevators, in the hallways. They are all over the ship that have this information on it as well. So a tip from me, take a picture of one of these screens as you're going down the elevator to get off the ship, or as you're waiting in the roundabout. That way you have that information with you when you need it, when you are off the boat. So you don't forget what time you needed to be back or what time the ship leaves. All right, for my last thing you should never do on a Virgin Voyages cruise is bring decorations to decorate your cabin door. Okay, I know I'm going to get some heat about this down in the comment section below. So if this is you, I want to hear your reasoning behind it down in the comment section. But Virgin Voyages actually frowns upon people bringing decorations to decorate their door. Now, I know a lot of people do it to celebrate birthdays or anniversaries, or maybe it's a group trip or a family trip, and everybody wants to decorate their door the same way, that type of thing. Virgin Voyages actually frowned upon this. They actually have come out on their website and said, hey, our ladyships are perfect just the way that they are. They don't need any sort of extra decorations. And oftentimes, when you decorate your cabin door, that will leave damage on your cabin door, and they don't want that to be there. Now, I have seen, and I'm going to call some of you out in some videos here as I'm talking through this, but I have seen cabin doors decorated on Virgin Voyages. So it's not like it doesn't happen. However, your room steward does have the right to come and tell you to tear it down. So I know a lot of people do this, but please, on Virgin Voyages, do not bring door decorations. Save your money, save the space in your suitcase, and leave your decorations at home. All right, so that wraps up my video on the 8 things that you should never do when you cruise on Virgin Voyages. Let me know if I missed anything down in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you. I've actually gotten a few more comments than I have in the past on my latest videos, and it's been so much fun to hear from all of you. So I really enjoy it. So leave a comment down in the comment section below. And while you're down there, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, turn on that notification bell. If you love cruise content, travel guides, destinations, anything like that, this channel is for you. So thank you so much for joining up, and I will see you in the next one.